Good morning. My name is Paul Hoffland. Welcome to this week's Midweek Market Update. A lot of exciting things going on. I've got some education for you. Let's get started. Over the weekend, the United States captured Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. While this move is stoking a lot of emotional flames, our job is not to give you our opinion on the matter. It's just to give you an overview of how this might impact the market and the economy. So while 2025 was defined by future tech like AI and quantum computing, this move is a good reminder that the old economy sectors like energy are still very much alive. Now, domestically, a lot of us aren't familiar with Venezuela outside of the fact that they have a lot of oil. Uh, so much oil, in fact, that they hold 17% of the world's oil reserves, which is more than Saudi Arabia. But even though they hold so much in reserves, according to OPEC, they only produce about 1% of the oil globally. So it's hard to say what the impact of this move will be long term, but it stands to reason that this move should benefit the domestic energy sector. In addition, the hope is that U.S. consumers will enjoy lower oil prices at the pump. So there's obviously the economic impact of this, but there's also the geopolitical impact. It's important to note that China is the largest consumer of Venezuelan oil. With the U.S. now controlling Venezuelan oil flows, it's going to be interesting to see how this impacts U.S. and China relations going forward. So while there is certainly potential for all of this to have a positive impact on the domestic stock market and the economy, it's important not to get too up or too down. President Trump has revealed a plan that he feels will help Venezuelan oil production get back to its glory days of the 1970s. But there's a long road ahead before you can get there. So, years of mismanagement, corruption, fires, thefts have left Venezuelan crude in tatters. Rebuilding it to kind of lift it back to those levels in 1970 is going to require an estimated $10 billion per year over the next decade, according to Francisco Monaldi, who is the director of the Latin American Energy Policy for Rice University. Just to put this number into perspective, this $100 billion number, 10 billion a year is equivalent to more than one third of what Exxon, the US's largest oil company, has budgeted this year for capital expenditures all over the globe.
Hi, I'm Evan Daniels. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe.